Hey lovely people, welcome back once again to another episode of Stitches This Collection. I'm Miss Stitches. Today in this video I'm going to share with you how to make this easy and unique beaded bag designed by me. Before we start, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button. Let's get started. Materials needed. So you cut your fish line. Please make sure your fish line is long enough, like very long enough, but not too much that will stress you up. And we are using 0.8, so please note 0.8. Then you make sure you have equal sides or equal ends of the fish line. Then you fix 4 beads. So you pick 4 beads, fix on any side of the fish line, be it is the left or the right side of the fish line. Then after you are done, you cross with the last bead, which is the 4th bead. So you cross with the 4th bead, then you pull it out. Please make sure you have equal length of the fish line. So we have our first ring done, and going on, you pick 3 beads, fix 1 bead on the right fish line, fix 1 bead on the left fish line as well. Then you cross with the 3rd bead. So you cross with the 3rd bead using both fish line. Then you still make sure you have equal length, or you're holding equal ends of the fish line. Then you pull it out, and then we have our 2nd ring. Then going on, you still fix 1 bead on the left fish line, 1 bead on the right fish line. Then you cross with the last bead. Then you pull it out and have our 3rd ring done. So this is the 3rd ring. You are done with it. Then you go on with the same method for the 4th ring. Then you cross with the 3rd bead. Then we have our 4th ring done. So let me see, our 4th step done. So this is the 4th step, and we are done with it. So you are going to continue weaving until you get 20 rings. So you are going to weave till you get 20 rings. So we have 19 now, and when you get to the 20th step, with the left fish line, you pick 3 beads, fix all 3 beads on the left fish line. You can fix it on the right fish line if you are comfortable with it. Then you cross with the 3rd bead. So you fix all 3 beads on the left fish line, then you cross with the 3rd one, as simple as that. So you can turn your fish line so you can weave to the other end. So we have our 20 steps now. So going on the left fish line, you still pick 3 beads, fix all 3 beads on the left fish line. Then you cross the 3rd bead using the right fish line. So the 3rd bead using the right fish line. So you can turn completely. So you can continue weaving to the other end. So you go through the next bead here with the right fish line. You go through the next bead. So that's what you should get. Then you go on and pick 2 beads, fix on the left fish line. Then you cross with the right fish line. So I'm fixing the beads on my left fish line, and I'm crossing with the right fish line. You can fix on the right fish line and cross with the left fish line if you are okay with it. So you go through the next bead, and then still pick 2 beads, fix on the left fish line. Then you cross with the right fish line. So you pull it out, and then you go through the next bead here. Then you still fix 2 beads on the left fish line. Then you cross with the right fish line. Then you go on and weave. So you get to the last end. So you weave with the same method so you get to the last end. So when you get to the last end, you go through the next bead. Then on that same fish line, you fix 2 beads, and then you cross with the 2nd bead. So you fix 2 beads and cross with the 2nd bead so you can turn. So that's what you should get if on the right path. Then with the same left fish line, you fix 3 beads on the left fish line, then you cross with the third bead using the right fish line. So we can turn completely, then we weave towards the other end. So you go through the next bead, then you fix 2 beads on the left fish line again, then you cross with the right fish line and weave with the same method till you get to the end. So as I said, you can fix the beads on your right fish line and cross with the left fish line if you're okay with it, if you're comfortable with it. So you weave with the same method till you get to the last but one bead here. So when you get to the last but one bead on this fish line, you fix 2 beads, then you cross with the second bead using the left fish line. So this time I fix the bead on my right fish line and I'm crossing with the left fish line, depending on how your mat is lying. So this is exactly what you should get if you are on the right path. And we have 3 steps or 3 rows done already. So we are going to continue weaving till we get the length we want. So we are going to weave about 9 times. So about 9 times, then we go to the next step. Okay, so I'm done with the knife step now, and this is what I have. So this side is okay for me, and we are going to fix our handle. So I have a video on how to make this square shape beaded bag handle, and I'm going to drop the link below so you can watch that one too. So we are going to attach the handle to the bag, and I also have a video of how to attach the bag handle to the bag. So if you want to understand it very well, you can watch that video as well. So we are going to weave one more to make it 10. That's what we are going to attach the handle with. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you need to get 8 in the middle. So you need to divide your bag to get 8 in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you need to get 6 on each side, then you leave 8 in the middle. This is what you should get. Then you fix 3 beads on the left fish line, then you weave with the same method. You go through the next bead, fix 2 beads on the left fish line, then you cross with the right fish line. Then you go on and weave 6 times. So after the 6th one, you go through the next bead, then you fix 1 bead on the left fish line. Then with the same left fish line, you now pick the handle and go through the first bead on the handle, or on one side of the handle. So this is what you should have. That's what you should have. Then you cross with the last bead. You cross both sides with the last bead. Then with the right fish line, you go through the next bead. And then with the left fish line, you go through the next bead as well. Then you go on and cross with 1 bead. So this is how you should join the handle to the bag. So you are going to weave with the same method till you get to the end of it. So after you are done with the last part of the handle, you should go on and weave the other 6 sides with the same method as we started with the first 6. So like I said, I have a video of how to attach the beaded bag handle to the bag, step by step, well detailed explanation. So you can watch that one, of which I'm going to drop the link in the description below so you can watch and understand. So I'm going to fasten things with this part so we get to what we are doing today. So we are done with one side and we added 1, 2, 3, 4. So we added 4 to it. So let me say we have 14 steps in all. So we are going to repeat the same thing on the other side. So you are going to weave 4 times on the other side to get equal length of the bag. So you have 14 on each side. So we are done with the other side, and as you can see, our handle is nicely attached to the bag. You can watch the video to understand how I ended up here. So now with 1, 2, this 2 beads here, you fold that side. So this is what you should get after you're done folding, and you repeat the same thing to this side. So 1, 2, with the first 2 beads you fold those sides. So this is what you should get after you're done folding each side of the bag. So we're about to make the base of the bag. So you make the base with the new fish line. You go through 1, 2, the next 2 beads here, you go through those beads, then you pull it out. Make sure you have equal length of the fish line, and then you pick 2 beads, fix on the left fish line, then you cross with the last bead. But still make sure you have equal length, because you don't want a situation whereby one fish line will be longer than the other. So after you go through the next bead using the right fish line, then you pick 2 beads, fix on the left fish line, then you cross with the second bead, then you pull it out, you go through the next bead as well. So this is all we are doing to weave the base of the bag. So you go on and weave with the same method. So this time when you get to the last end, you go through the next 2 beads. So you go through the next 2 beads, then you cross with 1 bead. So after you've gone through the next 2 beads, you cross with 1 bead, then you go through the next bead with the right fish line, then you fix 2 beads on the left fish line, then you cross with the second bead and go through the next fish line, the next bead again, then you weave till you get to the last end with the same method. And then when you get to the last side again, you go through the next 2 beads. The next 2 beads, then you cross with 1 bead. So after you've crossed with the last bead, you pass the fish line through to lock your work up. So you pass it through. So we are done with one side of the bag now. So this is one side. We have the sides done, we have the base done, we have the handle fixed at the same time. So I made the same thing off camera, the same size, the same length, the same numbers, everything. So we are going to attach it together to get the full bag. So with the new fish line, you go through this bead, the first bead on one side of the bag, you pull it out to get equal sides. Then you pick 2 beads, fix on one side of the fish line, which is the fish line that is at the end of the bag or the top of the bag. So this fish line. Then with the same fish line, you fix the bead. You go through the first bead on the other side of the bag. So this time the first bead on the other side of the bag. So you should have the bead you fixed in the middle. Then you cross with the second bead using both fish line. Then you pull it out and make sure you have equal length of the fish line. I always say this. So with the left fish line, you go through the next bead. With the right fish line, you go through the next bead. Then you cross with 1 bead. You cross both fish line with 1 bead. Then with the left fish line, you go through the next bead again. With the right fish line, you go through the next bead as well. Then you pick 1 bead and cross with both fish line. So you always cross with 1 bead, and then you continue weaving till you get to the end. So you weave with the same method till you get to the end. So you are going to join both sides to this end. So you join from the other side through the base to the other side as well. So we are done joining both sides of the bag, and as you can see, we have the full bag done. So we have the full bag done. Don't forget to pass your fish line through. You need to pass it through very well. So I'm done passing my fish line through, and as you can see, my bag is nicely made. So I think this is the easiest way to make your beaded bag without stress. Please give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more of my tutorials. Don't forget to comment and share as well. Follow me on Instagram and on Facebook. Subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button so you'll be notified anytime I upload a video. Thank you. See you in my next video. Have a nice day and bye.